Hi, my name is Ashley, and today I will be interviewing Alejandro. His first language was Spanish, and his second was English. So let's begin with our interview. What areas of language has been the most difficult for you?
In my opinion, the most difficult part of, learning the language would be actually writing it. Speaking the language has been pretty easy because you just kind of pick it up as you hear people around you talking, in English. But writing it is difficult since it's easier to write in Spanish because the words you just sound it out and that's how you spell it versus in English. So it could be a little bit more difficult than that.
Okay. How do you think age has impacted your language learning?
Age has impacted it, I believe. I guess as I was younger, I picked it up because, I would hear people, talking in English. But now that, I guess I'm fluent in English, I've gotten a little bit better. Reading definitely helps as far as the writing the other language. But yeah, I guess as you get older, you get better at, at it.
Okay. What kind of bilingual do you think you are? As in, are you fluent in both languages?
I would say I'm fluent in both because I can still write in Spanish and I can speak pretty well in Spanish as well. Now, English, I still can, write in English as well. I might have some difficulties in the spelling, but, it's something that practicing can make me better at, but I can speak English well as well. So.
Okay. And which language is more dominant?
I guess at the moment I would say English because I don't speak Spanish as much. I speak Spanish at home, but at work and with my friends and my girlfriend, I speak English.
How did your teachers in your math or science classes contributed to your second language learning?
To be honest, when I learned English, I was very young, so I don't really remember how they would impact it. I know that I would mainly, get it from the students because I would talk to the kids and then they would talk to me in English, so, I learned it more by that. But as far as science, my science teacher, I remember he was a pretty good teacher, and him speaking to me in English helped me, as well, somewhat.
So you just took Spanish classes in elementary school and then later on
so they were bilingual, so for the most part it was all Spanish till I got to 5th grade. I believe 5th grade was the last year that I had, and then that year they really emphasized English. And my science teacher, my 5th grade science teacher, he was real good at kind of helping me with both languages and trying to help me improve in the English.
Okay. And what aspect or feature of your first language influences the most your second language?
I guess it influences my... that's a hard question. I would say maybe the way I phrase stuff, it's a little, I guess it would influence it, as in, if I would say something in Spanish, I would try to, I don't know.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I wouldn't know how to answer that.
Okay, it's okay. We'll go to the next question. What are some things that you avoid saying or writing in your second language?
There's a lot of things. I would say a lot of words. The difficult ones. I try to find other words that I know that mean the same thing, but I can write them differently. They're written differently. But now we got dictionaries and all that stuff. Well,
Google.
Online Google, spell check, so all that stuff. So even if I want to write something, I just auto-correct it. But like I said, reading, I remember when I was in college, reading really helped me improve in the writing because I would read so much and look at the words that I would remember how they were spelled. I think that's what really helped me. Like I said, as far as the writing now.
Okay. And what's some of the major similarities and differences you find between your first and second languages?
The similarities, only similarities or the differences?
Or differences?
Differences. So I think that, well, similarities, I don't think I can find any at the moment. I mean, I don't know.
Mhm.
Is Spanish and English, they're not. Because, you can say something in English and it's written in a totally different way versus the Spanish.
Spanish,
It's written how you say it. So I guess that's a big difference. But there's stuff that you can say that can be offensive in English, but in Spanish people can take it as a joke, vice versa as well. So, I mean, that's my answer to that. I don't know.
Okay, and how do you think speakers of English help you the most in your second language learning?
They help me the most because, I work at a retail job at the moment, so when I actually have to have a big conversation with the customer in order to get them to purchase, the items that I'm selling. So they help me as in the pronunciation. Like sometimes I hear someone say a word, and since I know they're an English speaker, by birth or since they were born, so I know that that's how it's going to be pronounced. Or they also help me practice, I guess, because I have to, speak to them in English, so it'll help me practice the language more. And then just conversation, having casual conversations help a lot because you just practice. Practice makes it better.
Okay, and last question, do you like being bilingual, both Spanish and English? Has it been, impacted you positively?
Yeah, no, definitely. Living in Houston, definitely is. You gotta be bilingual. It's a plus because, like I said, at my job, at the jobs that I've had, I can always, one person helps two demographics versus that one person just helping, the people that speak English. We got a lot of Spanish speakers, so I can definitely service them and help them with their needs. And employment, like I said, it's been positive. Socially, you can talk to people in Spanish and, socialize in English as well. So those two things, social life, work life, school life also as well. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
So I do like it.
Sounds good. All right, thank you.